Hello, today I will be doing a tutorial on IRI RowGen to create realistic data for JSON files. There are no prerequisites needed to start your first job. So, as you can see here, we're greeted with a welcome page, and I recommend taking a look at this whenever you do get the chance. But for now, we'll go ahead and X out, and if you want to bring that page back up, you would just go to Help and Welcome. So we're going to go ahead and create a new IRI project, and you can either do that from File, New, IRI Project, or you can just click this button right here. So we're going to go ahead and give this a name. I'm going to call this RowGen JSON, and I'm going to untick the populate library with data classes so it will be empty. We'll click Finish, and as you can see here, our project is newly created, and we have no data classes and no rules. Now that we have our project created, we can go ahead and go into the RowGen menu, the drop down, a new test data job, and here you can change the file name if you'd like. I'm just going to leave it as is. We're going to click Next, and as you can see, it's giving us a little error saying random file placeholder has no metadata. So we're going to go ahead and add that using the field layout. From here, this is where you're going to be adding your data, and I'm going to want 4 fields for this example, so I'll go ahead and just add all 4 of them. Okay, now we can go ahead and edit these as necessary. You can go ahead and move these just by clicking and dragging if you want. And if they somehow get out of position, you can just click this button right here and it repositions them for you. I'm going to go ahead and double click field 1 to open it up. I'm going to go ahead and change the name to claim number. And I'm going to go ahead and go into the value, transformation type of a set file, define, and browse. And for me, I made this set file just to show you that you can use any of them. I'm going to go ahead and click Finish and OK. As you can see here, we now have a set file attached to this claim number. I'm going to go ahead and double click field 2, and I'm going to go ahead and change the field name to first name, and value, set file, define, browse, and this is one that is actually shipped with the workbench. So to get to these sets, you're just going to go ahead and open where it's installed at, sets. For me, I'm going into names, and then I'm going to names underscore first, and I'm going to select finish. Then we're going to click OK, and we're going to go ahead and move on to field 3. So for field 3, I'm going to call this one last name, and I'm just going to select OK here. Now for these next 2 examples, I'm going to go ahead and show you creating a rule and then applying it. So to do so, you're just going to go ahead and right click the field that you want, apply rule, and since we have no rules that have been created yet, we're going to go ahead and create a rule. Here I'm going to go ahead and scroll down until I see the set file selection, and then I'm just going to go ahead and change this rule name to last name. I'm going to select next, and it's going to ask for the set file location. Again, I'm just going to go into names and names underscore last, and I'll select finish. All right, and now we have created a rule that is now applied onto last name. For field 4, we're going to go ahead and double click it to edit it. We're going to name this one credit card, and we're going to select OK. From here, we're going to go ahead and right click the field, apply rule, and create rule. We're going to scroll down to generation, and we're going to do credit card number generator. And I'm going to give this a new name of CC. I'll select next, and I can generate it with a separator or without. I'm going to go ahead and generate it with, and I'm going to select a card type of any and a separator of a dash. I'll go ahead and select finish. And just like that, you can see we now have a new rule that is applied to our credit card. We'll go ahead and click OK. And from there, we now have populated this with data, so it doesn't give us an error anymore. We'll select next, and it's looking for a data target. So you're going to go ahead and select add data target. Type of file, here you can choose, but since this is a JSON demonstration, we'll keep that as is. And for the file, we're going to go ahead and just create one. And I'm going to call this customer claim. And make sure to include the .json at the end. As you can see here, it automatically changes the format to match. We'll click OK, and we'll click Finish. And just like that, our scripts are generated for us to be able to run this job. And you can see that it is going to create a customer claim.json file. And you can see all of the rules that we have applied here. So in order to run this job, we're going to go ahead and go over to our project. We'll go ahead and right click it, run as, and an IRI job. And as you can see here, it created this customer claim.json file. From here, we can go ahead and open it up. And to make this look a little bit better, we'll go ahead and just right click inside of here. We'll go into source, and we'll go ahead and format. And just as we wanted, we have 4 fields, all with our claim number, our first name, our last name, our credit card, all populated with realistic looking data. And the possibilities that you can create are quite endless. Changing the claim number or any of this information into something that looks a little bit more realistic for your specific use case. Okay, and just like that, you have completed a JSON RowGen job.